It's time.
All right, episode 9, Life on the Brinks. We're going to start today by, well, it's not funny.
It's 9 already?
Well, I mean, if you take all the ones that have been
Right.
banned,
We
I
could
still
just say
count
2
those.
at this point.
Right.
Episode
This is
2.
our new,
Our latest.
but our new, what is that? We've transitioned into, our editing and everything is phenomenal now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Okay.
Our sound system.
Okay.
I mean,
It's just the
top
Brinks.
notch.
Life on the Brinks 2.0.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. But we've got, I don't know, probably all 3 of you that have been watching this don't know this guy, Brian Tyler Cohen, but he is kind of like the Tucker Carlson of the left, I'd say, to some extent. So anyway, we've got him talking about Trump's latest assassination attempt on Mitch McConnell. And so we're going to just talk about that for a little bit. But here's that information.
Okay, so not for nothing, but if I was a Republican right now, I would probably start signaling to the party that it's time to get its shit together. They're, 5 weeks out from an election that history says should be a gimme, and instead they're stuck with subpar candidates, poor polling, a Senate that looks out of reach, and a House that is barely gettable. And yet, here's how things are looking right now on the right. Trump just took to Truth Social with what is actually an insane post, or Truth, or whatever it's called, and he wrote, Mitch McConnell is approving all of these trillions of dollars worth of Democrat-sponsored bills without even the slightest bit of negotiation because he hates Donald J. Trump and he knows I am strongly opposed to them, or he is doing it because he believes the fake and highly destructive Green New Deal and is willing to take the country down with him. In any event, either reason is unacceptable. He has a death wish, must immediately seek help and advice from his China-loving wife, Coco Chow. So look, I wouldn't normally dedicate an entire podcast episode to a single Trump post, but here's the thing on this. If you were wondering whether the MAGA wing of the Republican Party had settled on whether or not it would use violence as a political tool, this post pretty much answers that question. Like when Trump says that McConnell has a death wish, in all caps, to a base of followers who's already shown that they're perfectly willing to try to kill people for him, including...
Isn't he just saying his career?
Right, yeah, well, now...
He means his career, right?
Yes, now I feel, I don't know,
What the heck?
but I don't know if you know Donald Trump, but that,
no, not personally.
That's what he said when he says a death wish. Obviously, he means politically.
Yes.
I mean,
no, this is
so. And then he also let's just go back here. I want to make sure we got this.
This is ridiculous.
Whether the MAGA wing of the Republican Party had settled on whether or not it would use violence as a political tool, this post pretty much answers that question. Like when Trump says that McConnell has a death wish, in all caps, to a base of followers who's already shown that they're perfectly willing to try to kill people for him.
Who did they kill?
Okay, so what's the base of the followers?
No, we gotta bet. We have to. Who did they kill?
Well, there was the one guy at the White House that had a heart attack.
No, they
Capitol.
didn't kill him.
Well,
they didn't kill him.
No, but I even saw some hearings on this. They didn't kill him, but if that wouldn't have happened, more than likely he would have not had a heart attack. So in essence, he did kill him. They did kill him because if he would have been at home.
So really, if I'm a really unhealthy person, okay, I'm really unhealthy, right? My heart could go anytime.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying if.
Oh yeah.
If.
Right.
And I had a heart attack because you and I got into a, knockdown, drag out, scream fest out in the middle of the village. You killed me if I had a heart attack?
Well, if we wouldn't have gotten to the fight, the heart attack wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
So yes,
okay.
I guess that's...
So heart attacks, really, we should be having lawsuits for people who have heart attacks. If there was any kind of debate surrounding, the cause of the heart attack was, something that got their heart just a racing. Not that they ate at McDonald's 14 times a month.
Well, and with this, what I'm, what it is, and I accept there are some crazy right-wing MAGA people that are probably violent.
Maybe.
I mean, of course, there are some left-wing ultra
they're
liberals that are
communists. They have
violent
guns.
too.
They like guns.
But I mean, he paints this broad brush. Like,
I know.
I mean, when you see those,
It's ridiculous.
it's so stupid. I mean, again, Trump's an idiot. I'm not going to deny that. And why he tweets anything at this point, I have no idea. But
do you see how that kind of a mind does this? Think this? I mean, he might even believe that. Does he believe that? Does he believe that Donald Trump's calling for violence with his cap?
yes, he has to.
I just can't. Nobody is that stupid. Okay, and let's go back to the January 6th with the causing deaths.
Mm-hmm.
One person died. One. As a cause of the January 6th. One. Everybody, the suicides months later.
Including Republicans, he's lobbing a threat. Again, there is no plausible deniability here. What's the guy going to say? Oh, I didn't realize that my supporters would ever resort to violence, not my pacifistic supporters. Like, you don't incite a mob to storm the Capitol looking to hang your own vice president and then say that another political opponent has a death wish and get to feign ignorance if and when that violence actually presents itself. But it's worth noting that the only reason Trump is even a force on the right is that McConnell refused to vote to convict him during the Senate trial, effectively ensuring that he'd retain power in the GOP. Refused to convict him before immediately then
convict him for what?
Well,
it has been proven that what they accused him of did not happen. It's been proven. They're still talking about it.
Well, and again, I can't ask this rascal right now anything because this is just a recording, of course.
I wouldn't want to ask him.
But yeah, I would like to know what he would have been convicted of.
Right. No. Wait. What was it? What with Congress? Obstruction of Congress. It's not a real thing. And the quid pro quo. No, Joe Biden did that. That's proven. Proven that Joe Biden did it. Trump didn't do it. So not only do they not admit it, that it was all a lie, a garbage, manufactured lie, they keep going. They double down. I've never liked Donald Trump. I like some of the stuff that he did, and he's certainly better than probably any president we've had. Really, don't you think? Ever?
Yeah, lowest black employment or unemployment. That's what I see.
Well, I'm telling you, Black Americans, now that as soon as they hear the truth, they see the round tables, which no liberal that I know has ever seen anything like that. They just take the lies that they see on the mainstream corporate media. They believe them. They don't research. They don't watch the roundtables. How Trump flied in, Black Americans from all over the country. What do you need? What do you need? They don't see that. They don't know that happened. And it's amazing. And so when you see that and you see hundreds of Black Americans walking out of the White House and they're just in awe, and they're like, I never knew he was like this. He's so amazing, and what he's doing for our people is so great. Nobody sees that.
Standing up on his soapbox and making an argument as to why he should be convicted.
$5. That's the donation I need you to make to my campaign today. If just half of the people watching this video gave $5 right now, I would have the support I need to reach every voter in Florida and surge past Marco Rubio in the polls. So please, can I count on you to chip into my campaign right now to help send me to the United States Senate?
Because I thought I wanted to see if I wanted to give to her. She's at 48% right now.
Are you kidding me? You're joking,
Donate
right?
Now. Well, I don't have a card with me. We'll try later.
Okay.
Why? Because back then, during Trump's trial, McConnell wanted to have it both ways. He wanted to placate the MAGA base, which was basically the majority of the Republican Party, while still signaling to the donor base that the adults were in charge now and that they were recognizing that an insurrection was a bad thing, and don't worry, keep those checks coming in. But the practical effect was that he allowed Trump to retain all of his power since he would remain the presumptive 2024 Republican nominee. And then Trump decided to use that power afforded to him by Mitch McConnell to attack Mitch McConnell. Like, what I can't wrap my head around is how none of these Republicans realize that the loyalty only goes one way. None of you are special. It's not a matter of if Trump will throw you under the bus if he doesn't get total fealty. It's a matter of when. And the only thing crazier than Trump throwing his own colleagues under the bus is those same people's inability to understand that he will throw them under the bus. And so, like I said at the top, at a time when Republicans should be getting their shit together because we've got 5 weeks to go until midterms and the polling is getting worse for them every single day, instead, they're embroiled in a power struggle with their own party.
Is this guy watching?
Well, that's
do the polls say one thing to libs and one thing to?
I don't know, because I mean, from what I've seen, the polls are everything's showing that the Republicans are going to take it.
That's what I mean. I mean, I don't know that they will because there could still be some cheating, but
mules,
mules, but
man.
I mean, I don't know what he's watching. What is he watching? I want to see his polls. Don't you want to see his polls?
I want to see his polls. Absolutely.
If you're on the right, your choice here is basically, do you side with Republicans led by Mitch McConnell and Rick Scott, who want to ban abortion nationwide and eliminate your Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid? Or do you side with Donald Trump and the MAGA wing of the party, whose litmus test is whether you're willing to relitigate the 2020 election and pretend that Hugo Chavez helped rig the election on Joe Biden's behalf? How's that for a choice? Do you want abortion bans or election denialism? Would you rather eat rat poison or arsenic? But here's the important point to remember amid all of this bullshit from the right, and that is that in just a few weeks, for the first time in over a decade, Democrats have the opportunity to be on the offensive. For the first time in over a decade, we can look at politics and have the chance to realize all of the great stuff that is possible. Instead of just trying to
what is he talking about, Ryan? They have all of it right now. They have the presidency. They have the House. They have the Senate. What is he talking about?
Well, yeah, but this is the time. This is the moment.
Why?
Well, I'm not exactly sure.
But I mean, what is he talking about? I'm so confused by this idiot.
Is this from like 2 years ago?
Maybe? Must be. It's got to be
5 years ago.
It's got to be.
No, this is from today.
How do you know?
Because it had today's date, and he does these. I would suggest everyone to subscribe to Brian Tyler Cohen and watch. No, because people that go watch Fox News, that's all they watch, and so you don't see anything else what's going on.
Right.
And so I mean, I try to watch this guy just to kind of get the pulse of the other side to some extent. Not that I'm on any side. But.
Now, can we agree? If we had to take a guess, would you say he is an unhappy? I don't know how else to say. He's unhappy. He's been force-fed. What do you call it? His whole life.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. He seems pretty chipper here.
You think he's chipper? He looks like our niece. He looks like, is it Aislinn?
Maybe a little bit.
He looks like Aislinn.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's pretty happy.
She's happy, but he's not happy. Okay, moving on.
The worst effects of whatever hellish moves the Republicans are trying to pull. We can codify Roe. We can end partisan gerrymandering. We can ban assault weapons. We can transition to renewable energy.
Yes, ban the assault weapons. That renewable energy. I don't know if anyone saw, and I wish I could, I wish I could just post videos all the time. But there was a guy who just bought the all electric Ford F-150, and he was testing it out, and he had a trailer, and he had to go 90 miles or 100 miles, whatever it was, to pick up a classic car that he'd purchased, and it was like a charge, I think, for the F-150 is 250 miles, and he was down. He didn't make it. He made it there. It was sucking the battery there without anything on the trailer.
Right.
And so then I didn't watch the rest of it, but now it's all over Fox News. They're talking about it because the car is not able to
and
do
even
anything.
Even if it did, who is getting rich from electric vehicles?
Oh no, chips are going to be made here now.
I know. But
was it batteries or
all
chips?
Needs to be chips, but everything batteries need to be made here. I mean, we can't enrich China.
I still feel that we need to first, before we get into this battery, we have to come up with how we're going to charge them.